Hi, Tanna Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. Have you gotten off track already this early in the new year? Because I have. If you're still on track with your intentions and your goals for the year, awesome, good for you. But I thought I would share my experience because, it's not uncommon to be all excited about what you want to start out the year doing and how you want to feel, and then, wow, something knocks you off. So I got knocked off last week, and I thought I would tell you about it and maybe help you if you got knocked off track already as well. So I'm not going to go into detail, but there was an incident that happened that just upset me and triggered a reaction in me. And it happened before I even had time to think about how I was reacting. And I wasn't happy with it. But it just, it was what it was. Can't change it. It happened. But then I stewed in all of this negativity for a couple of days, and it felt awful, and I was just in a pissy mood, and I was taking it out on my husband, poor guy. And when you're in one of those moods where just everything makes you mad, everything pisses you off, you're frustrated with everyone and everything, that's where I was. And I was definitely not sticking with my intentions. I was trying, they were on my mind. I was thinking, okay, feeling good, being mindful, surrendering. It's like, I'm not feeling good right now. I don't really even know how to get back to a better feeling. And I wasn't surrendering because I was so stuck on focusing on this event that happened. And I wasn't being mindful and present because I kept reflecting back to that and going it over and over and over it in my mind. When something happens and you keep going over the conversation, whether you repeat it the way it was or you repeat it the way it might have gone if you had handled it better. So that's where I was. And it was just not a good feeling place. And I wasn't able to pull myself out of it, and I was frustrated with myself because I couldn't pull myself out of it. So it was kind of this catch-22 kind of thing. And a few days into it, I woke up with horrible anxiety, which I immediately started to push against. This is like when I first woke up. I wasn't even fully conscious yet. I just kind of realized, oh, it's morning, and anxiety. And I thought, you know what? I'm so tired. I'm not going to push against this. I'm just going to relax into this anxiety and see what happens. Because our tendency is to push against any negative emotion. And, I talk about shifting your energy to something more positive, shifting your focus to something that makes you feel good. But when you're so deep into this stuckness of negativity and you've been there for a little bit while, you can't just all of a sudden do a 180. It just doesn't happen unless maybe you win the lottery or you fall in love at first sight with the person of your dreams, and everything changes. But on a normal basis, things are not going to turn around that quickly. So I just relaxed into the anxiety and I said, all right, what do you got for me? What do you want to show me? What do you want to teach me? What do you have for me? And when I relaxed into it, it dissipated. And I felt a little bit better. And I thought, okay, I think I'm finally on the road to feeling better, getting back to feeling good. And later in the day, I got outside because I love to be outside. I really need it on a regular basis, and I don't get out as much in the winter. I will if the weather permits. If it's too cold, I'm not going to go outside because that's just not relaxing, and I don't feel as connected to nature as much. I'd rather be inside and look out a window. But I was able to get outside and it was sunny, and I just sat and I just looked at the trees and the sky and listened to the birds, and I just tried not to think. I just wanted to be, and I just wanted to absorb some of the energy from the earth. And I stood for a while and I grounded myself. I literally grounded myself. And this is a great practice to do if you can get outside, especially barefoot. And just stand on the ground, stand on the grass, and just feel the energy coming up from the earth. There's tremendous energy, and it can really help balance out your whole being. So I did this, and I felt a lot better. And I didn't have much time to be out there. I was only out there for about 5 or 10 minutes. But I felt better. And not long after that, I thought of something that would make me feel better about this whole situation. And it was so nice to have this inspired idea and then know what inspired action I needed to take. So I thought about it and made sure it felt really good, and it did. So I took the inspired action. I felt better. I felt like a weight had been lifted off of me, but it was kind of a long process. This went on for about 4 days. So I just want you to be patient with yourself. If you've gotten off track with your intentions, with something that you wanted to start in the new year and maybe you didn't really stick with it, or just when something upsetting happens and knocks you off your game and emotionally you're just kind of thrown for a loop and you need to get yourself back on track, I just want to suggest that you just relax into it. Whatever the emotions are, don't try pushing against them. Just try relaxing into them and going, okay, this is how I feel right now. Not going to last forever. Let me just sink into it for a minute and see what's there for me. And I guarantee you'll feel a little bit better because you stopped pushing. It's a lot of effort and energy and stress and struggle that goes into pushing against something. And when you're pushing against it, you're actually bringing more of it into your experience. Because the more you're pushing, the more you're focused on it. Like, oh, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this. And that energy is actually bringing more of it in. So if you can relax into it, let it go a little bit, and then do that shifting of your attention on something else that makes you feel even just a little bit better. And one of my favorite things, and I think this is going to be next week's video, is if you have a pet, go sit with your pet, play with your pet, spend some time with them, because it kind of calms you down and makes you feel better. So whatever you can do to make yourself feel better, relax into those feelings, let it go, get outside, connect with nature, ground yourself, breathe, and just allow this to kind of flow away from you, because it will eventually. Sometimes it might take a little bit of time. Like I said, you can't do that 180 immediately. So just be patient and know that this too shall pass, and you will feel better. And you might get inspired action as well, like I did. Maybe nothing needs to be done. Maybe you just need to kind of heal and even out your emotions. So just look for things that make you feel better and do it. Go there, whatever comes up for you. Because I just want you to feel better. Because like I said, feeling good is everything. And now that I'm finally through this thing, I'm finally feeling better. I'm surrendered again, moment by moment, and I'm being mindful of my day. So I know there are going to be things that will pull me off track every once in a while throughout the year, but I love my intentions so much that I'm going to be okay with that, knowing that I can always bring myself back to these intentions and feeling better. And it's all going to be okay. And cumulatively, they're going to have a huge effect. I know they're going to be hugely transformational on my life throughout this year. So that's my experience. And so just be patient with yourself if you've kind of gotten off track a little bit or knocked off emotionally, and it will get better. Believe me, it will get better. Just breathe. So if this video made you feel a little bit better, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, share it with your family and friends, like it on Facebook, and if you would like to receive it in your email every week, jump on over to my website and jump on my mailing list. And if you also need some help with this kind of stuff, if you're feeling stuck, if you're pulled off constantly from your intentions, if you're having trouble creating those goals and dreams, I would love to help you create whatever you want this year. Again, jump on over to my website, tannamarshall.com, and see what I have available to help you. And with that, I just want to wish you a happy weekend. Just enjoy it, whatever's going on. If you're not feeling so great, relax into it and know it will get better. It'll be okay. But hopefully you're feeling good and you will enjoy yourself. And I will see you next week.